Have you ever wondered why, despite having everything you thought you wanted, happiness still feels just out of reach? Why that promotion, that relationship, that achievement left you feeling empty within days? Here's a truth that might shake you. This world was never designed to give you complete happiness. It's not broken. It's intentional. This place is meant to break your heart, to crack you open, to remind you that lasting peace exists somewhere beyond here. And once you understand this, everything changes. Think about who you are for a moment. You're not a servant of money, fame, beauty, or status. You're not chasing after fleeting trends or temporary pleasures. You were chosen from billions of people to know a deeper truth, to understand that real contentment doesn't come from what you accumulate, but from who you surrender to. Pain and suffering only become negative when they build walls between you and your Creator. But when they turn you back toward the source of all peace, they become the greatest gift, a wake-up call disguised as heartbreak. The hardest lesson to accept is that everything is already written. We forget the power that brought us from nothing into existence. We panic, we stress, we act as if we're in control when really we're being tested. Some tests come through loss and pain, losing money, losing people, facing fear and hunger. Others come through blessings we take for granted. Both require the same response: return to the source. When you're tested through hardship, you cry out for help and find your way back. When tested through abundance, you express gratitude and use those gifts to draw closer to purpose. Look around at people you think have it all: the mansion, the luxury car, the seemingly perfect life. Talk to them honestly, and you'll often discover a different story. Sleepless nights, wayward children, a peace of mind traded for material comfort. Many would return to their simpler, harder days in a heartbeat, because at least then they could sleep without pills. Trials and blessings are two sides of the same coin, and you have a choice in how you respond. Deal with the pain now, turn toward healing and growth, or delay it by seeking sympathy from others, prolonging your suffering without purpose. When grief strikes, isolation feels natural, especially for those who prefer processing pain alone. But extended isolation becomes dangerous territory. It's a deception, the whisper that says you're the only one who understands your pain, that being alone will make it better. After the initial shock and anger fade, you need to be around people who remind you of what's true and good. Even prophets faced overwhelming moments, and the prescription wasn't medication or therapy alone. It was to remember, to bow down, to worship until certainty arrived. This is the medicine for depression and anxiety that transcends time. Pain is an invitation, not a punishment. It's a call that says, "Come back, I want you near me again." While we connect with each other through texts and calls, the divine connection happens through hardship. You can engage with that invitation immediately, choosing to grow closer to what sustains you, or you can bury the pain and watch it slowly erode everything that matters: your peace, your practice, your presence. The final stage of isolation is watching your spiritual life disappear. Prayers become hollow, reflection becomes impossible, discipline crumbles. What changed? You gave yourself over to despair instead of transformation. Everyone carries problems. That's the foundation of this earthly experience. The best form of devotion is waiting patiently for relief while maintaining hope. When you can see your trials as a form of worship itself, you realize that simply enduring with patience while trusting in something greater is its own act of faith. Complaining brings more to complain about. Gratitude shifts everything. Trials are purification, preparing you for the purest destinations. In every difficulty, there are 3 hidden blessings. It could be worse. It's affecting your worldly life rather than destroying your character, and it's happening here in this temporary place rather than in eternity. When pressure builds, remember, when depression creeps in, pray and ask for relief. When anxiety strikes, say words that bring peace and perspective. In moments of anger, speak phrases that calm rather than curse. The closest servants live without fear or grief. What's the point of having everything this world offers if you've lost connection with what created you? Of course you feel sad. You're disconnected from your source. Make that relationship right and watch everything else fall into place. Before checking your bank balance, before scheduling therapy, before venting to everyone around you, ask yourself about your spiritual state. Your sadness might stem from a dried up tongue that forgot to speak gratitude, from a heart gone dark without remembrance. The moment you reconnect, you taste happiness again. Darkness in the heart brings sorrow, depression, anxiety, and restlessness. Light brings joy, comfort, tranquility, and calm. We misunderstand what creates peace. Money doesn't equal happiness. Fame doesn't equal contentment. The wealthiest people still choose to end their lives. The most famous still numb themselves with substances. If they were truly happy, why the escape? When your concern shifts to living with purpose and integrity, you sleep better, wake better, eat better, feel better. Everything improves. Contentment settles in. Stress lifts. Depression fades. Your worries become about things worth worrying about. The only path to genuine happiness and stress relief is aligning yourself with what's right. Turn toward the source and watch it turn toward you. Be faithful to principles and watch principles be faithful to you. Do good and goodness returns. If you're stuck, practicing mindfulness and integrity creates exits from problems. Depression lifts, anxiety settles. Depend on something greater than yourself and you gain everything worth having. In times of trial, you must decide, will this draw you closer to your purpose and transform you, or will you wallow in pain seeking sympathy until it destroys you? Those who maintain connection during hardship have everything they need. Stay strong, lift your head high, and remember, with every hardship comes ease, exactly as promised. This life is just a test, and soon it will end. What awaits beyond is worth every moment of temporary struggle here.